Premier Heating and Air has rebates on new units starting at $1,000. Indoor air quality products are free with the purchase of a new unit, and all types of financing are available for new units and for repairs. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. Log on to dublin.premierishere.com or call 478-300-2633. And for a limited time only, enjoy a one-time exclusive offer for new customers with our dispatch fee waived on your next repair. So call or log on today. Premier is here.
But I also would like to welcome you to the East Lawrence High School and Middle School Spring Concert. First, I would like to thank the Lawrence County Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Clifford Garnto, members of the Lawrence County BOE, and the East Lawrence High School Principal, Mr. Keldrick Burke, and East Lawrence Middle School Principal, Dr. Garrett Cannon, for their unwavering support of the East Lawrence Band program. If any of the board members or Mr. Garnto or our principals are here, would you please stand and be acknowledged at this time? Here's Miss Sweat. Hi, Miss Sweat. Is anyone else here? Miss Sweat's here. Is anybody else here? Thank you, Miss Sweat, for being here this evening.
Hi, I'm Lily Rose Barton, and I have been coming to Bass for years. I had to come for knee replacement recovery. I had a bad back, I came for that. But this last stint was because I had SI joint fusion, and my right leg was very weak. Muscles were weak, but they have really built me up, and it has really helped. All of them, Erica, Whitney, Chuck, they all are just so good at encouraging you to do what you can, but don't overdo. Take it slow and easy. And taking it slow and easy has got me where I am today. From the front door to the back, they're all just very, very nice and helpful. And I appreciate all of them so much. I just can't express with words what they mean to me. But I do hope they know that I appreciate everything they've done for me through the years, not just since January when I started with this one. Chuck took me in. I brought the doctor's report from that. He put it in the computer. He studied what needed to be done. He instructed me how to do it. He was right there every step of the way that first day. Not only do I do this, but when I get in the anti-gravity walking, at first, yes, I was scared because I hadn't been able to walk that much, but I have come a long ways. So it's just been such a blessing to have Bass, to be able to come and do this therapy with them. And they're just so good to all their patients, but I feel like they've been especially good to me, and I do appreciate them. I would highly suggest that if your doctor were to suggest therapy for you, please tell them Bass in Dublin, Georgia is where you want to go. Any of them here will just be happy to work with you and get you back on your feet and able to do things that you were not able to do before coming to Bass therapy.
Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op offers a full range of communication products and services to its members in Lawrence County and surrounding areas. We take pride in being your total communications provider, and we work hard to provide quality services at the best prices. In addition to offering phone service, we provide high-speed internet and digital high-def TV. And we always strive to put our members first. Progressive Rural, your total communications company. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you. ProgressiveTel.com. Call 478-984-4201 or stop by 890 Simpson Avenue in Rents. Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op.
For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jonathan Sin. I am the band director of East Lawrence Middle School, which is hilarious to say because I told someone about 3 years ago that in order to teach at a middle school, you had to be either crazy or insane or a combination of the two. I have only had interactions with middle school. I've never had to sit in a middle school building, teach in a middle school classroom, and be the person. So whenever I was asked, I was like, what in the world? I am going to catch so much flack for this. These kids are not going to know what these high school kids know. I'm going to be frustrated. They're going to be frustrated. It's going to be a disaster, but we're going to see what happens. But I forgot where I was at. I was on the east side. And these students over here are built different. I should have reminded myself when I decided to do it that the band director ahead of me did a great job with what she had. And so when I got there, I was pleasantly surprised at how much they knew. Now I was even more surprised at how much they could pick up. So to say it's been challenging, it's not because of the students. It's because at the high school, you get to see those kids every day. So whatever you don't fix Monday, you get to fix Tuesday. And what you don't fix Tuesday, you get to fix Wednesday. That's not what happens at the middle school. For those of you that don't know, if you don't get it fixed Monday, it's Wednesday before you can fix it. All right, and that was a huge adjustment for me, but thankfully, these students were already well acquainted with that, and they did a great job making sure that this worked out really well. What I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to call their names out. Some of them are here, some of them not here. I'm going to give them their certificates, and then I have a couple of awards to give out before we play our next song. So if you could, just listen out as I call your name. You will be awesome. So what you'll do is just hand it to one of them.
And pass it down the road.
They'll get it there. All right, we're gonna try to make this as quick and painless as possible. Janae Bailey, Colt Bowen, Addison Brooks, Jason Dahl, Will Hampton, Jayla Harris, Gracelyn Hasty, Tinsley Henry, Jonathan Jimenez Lopez, Logan Jones, Kaylee McClendon, Tristan Powell, Carly Pruitt, Aldo Sanchez Perez, Jacob Timmons, Leo Vasquez Aquino. Tim, I got it close. Chris, is that close? Are you lying? Are you lying?
He's the favorite.
I'm trying. Zayla Anderson, Justice Brown, Aaliyah Butler, Isabella Crabb, Scarlett Farley, Jaden Hall Carver, Kristen Jones, Isabel Moat, Samuel Munoz, Keniana O'Neill, Chadston Sims, grab these, pass them down. Xavier Tapia, Genesis Walker, Madeline Carter, Jalen Delgado, Ian Desmuke, Bo Fordham, Anaya Hood, Keandre Jackson, Kamara Jones. I was gonna call her, you know, that's what I got down on the paperwork, but I can't say that. I gotta say Kamara. London Jones, Raylyn Cleaving, Angel McGlone, Jeremiah Payne, Madeline Rogers, Emily Segundo Lopez, Sanaya Taylor, Sincere Thomas, Isabel Taruco Pena, John Jackson Walker, Hunter Kane, Jalea Darasol, Tristan Delgado, the hardest name in the entire middle school, Jake Ferris Midowoski. I hope I got that kind of close. Again, I was close. Zayden Henderson, Bethany Huffman, Jakiah Kelly, Angel Kennedy, William Luck, Keziah Nelson, Rosalie Renfro, Brandon Carver, Caroline Clemens, Amber Cox, Journey Curry, Michael Frost, Matty Joe Garner, Ian Jones, Zoe Love, Isabella Lloyd, Malachi Lloyd, Amelia Maldonado Alcazar.
I don't know if that person's here.
Probably. There she is. Trendon May, Jessica Navidad Ramirez, Kinsley Rogers, Jimmy Sanchez Perez, Oliver Supon Diaz, Cameron Whipple, Micah Harris, Emery Hill, Josiah John Baptiste, Liliana Jimenez Lopez, Carson Robinson, Anastasia Ross, and Jordan Wright. Give these young people a round of applause, please.
It's Kubota Orange Days, now through June 30th. Get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,000 off select compact tractors.
Take advantage of Mid-State Tractor's Orange Days with 0% financing, 0 down for 84 months right now on select Kubota L Series tractors.
So this year, I got the students to vote on a couple of awards that I'd like to give out at this time. And if Dublin Trophy did me right, they're all in order, which they usually do. All right, so the first award that I'm giving out is Most Improved. And these awards were voted on by the students. For the 6th grade, when I call your name, please come up and get your award. For the 6th grade, the Most Improved Award goes to Ethan Sanchez Perez. 7th grade, Most Improved Award goes to Izzy Taruco Pena. Eighth grade, Most Improved goes to Amelia Alcazar. Sorry about this. There we go. Okay. Our next award was the Musicians Award for 6th grade. Our Musicians Award goes to, make sure I get it, that's 8th grade, sorry. Jacob Timmons. For 7th grade, the Musician Award goes to Anaya Hood. For 8th grade, the Musician Award goes to Maddie Jo Garner. All right. The last award I'm going to give out at this time is the Director's Award. Nobody got to vote on that but me. Yay me. What I did was there were so many people that were nominated, so many students that were nominated for awards that they came in second and third. My criteria for this was they had to be nominated for at least 2 of the 3 awards. And if I'm not mistaken, I think all but one of these students were nominated for all 3. All right, that just shows you that not only did they put in work to be most improved, but just missed it by a little bit. Not only were they considered to be one of the better musicians, all right, but the last award we'll give out will be the Player of the Year Award, and they got votes for that as well. So, for the 6th grade, for the 6th grade. The Director's Award goes to Aldo Sanchez. Seventh grade, Madeline Rogers. I hate to admit, this award's going to a student. I heard him in class the other day. I consider myself a pretty good musician on just about any instrument. My thing is, if I can't outplay somebody, I need to go home and practice. Well, I was sitting there listening to this person when they were warming up, and I realized that I was going to have to go home and practice because they played it a lot better than I did. 8th grade Director's Award goes to Mr. Oliver Supon Diaz.
At Bank of Dudley, we're your community, your bank. And with 7 branches to serve you, there's a Bank of Dudley close by. And there's a familiar face close by. The same familiar faces that you've seen for many years. The same people that you've grown to trust. Because that's what community banking is all about. 7 branches, local people, local decisions, local banking. That's the Bank of Dudley. Serving our community since 1905.
I think the future for Oconee Fall Technical College is bright. We have a 99.9% placement rate at OFTC. That means the students who come in our doors are going to get a job, and we're very proud of that. We're always looking at anything that can prepare our students and our graduates to meet the needs of the workforce. Things are changing all over the world, and we want to make sure that our students are globally competitive. We want to empower our students and give them a thriving learning experience so that they can soar to new heights.
You ready to meet the latest addition to the family? The money you saved us with auto owners helped make it all possible. It really is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Excuse me?
Third best thing.
Third best thing.
Auto Owners offers discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense.
Ask Curry Maffett Insurance in Dublin and Augusta if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, this is Meg Greer Evans with Middle Georgia Estate Planning, and just welcoming you to give us a call at the office if you have any questions about long-term care, whether that be a trust or a will. We could also help you with a power of attorney or health care directive, and with long-term care needs for special needs individuals. We're here to help. Give us a call at 478-272-2885 or visit our website at www.middlegaestateplanning.com.
All right, before we play our final selection that we performed at the St. Patrick's Day Band Festival, we played the first two songs that we performed, Minor Major March and Looking Up, and we're about to play Sparks. But before we do that, when I call your name, these are the students who scored superiors. Not only did they score the best that you can possibly score, they scored straight A's, and they also got some A pluses from the judges as well. So. And I saw other directors' score sheets, and I didn't say A pluses on their score sheets, so just saying. Before I go any further, Ms. Crutchfield, thank you for being here. She is our assistant principal for the high school, so I appreciate you being here. I didn't see Mr. Thomas or Mr. Burke. Okay, just don't want to miss anybody. All right, so without any further ado, flutes, Madeline Ray, Zai DeVoe, Zeta Dela Cruz. Y'all, please stand. When I call your names, just stand and stay standing, I reckon. Allison Williams, Olivia Cross, Carmen Prickett, Christopher Vasquez, Maggie Foskey, Bryn Moody. First row, go ahead and sit so the second row can be seen. Thanks. Michael Reyes, John Luke Brown, Marley Waller, Charlie Walker, Jelani O'Neill, Amari Dudley, Joseph Haig, Javier Lopez Quintanilla. I just murdered that. I'm sorry, Javier. Jadalyn Bates, Carolyn Phillips, Keely Knight, Ty Bauman, Jonathan Reyes, Jakota Holsey, Sanaya Wicker. Percussion, McKenna Hinton, Chloe Scott, Rain Sparger, Emily Hobbs, Isaac Timmons, Jaden Hines, Garrett Hodges, Chloe Filler, Carly Scott, Valencia Dunn, Devin Danielson. You may be seated.
I'm Brian Bazemore, President and CEO of Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County. We would like to invite you to come by and experience a welcoming banking environment. Come by today and have a cup of coffee and let us talk with you about our many products, savings accounts, checking accounts, CDs, and our many loans. You're more than just a number to us, you're family. Come by today, Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Mid-State Pools and Spas is Middle Georgia's most trusted pool builder. Whether it's in-ground or above, you can count on Mid-State Pools and Spas for all your pool needs, including outdoor furniture. From pool chairs to patio furniture, Mid-State Pools and Spas carries Telescope and Polly's Island. So call or come in today to Mid-State Pools and Spas. Now open Monday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 1.
This year has been nothing short of an incredible year for our band program. We've shared a year full of unforgettable musical experiences, from inspiring performances and competitions to day-to-day moments of growth in rehearsal and sectionals. Watching our students push themselves, support one another, and find their voices through music has been the true highlight of this year. Every note played, every challenge faced, every success celebrated has built a foundation of memories that will last a lifetime. I'm proud of what we've accomplished together, and even more excited for what lies ahead. Thank you to my amazing students, our dedicated staff, and our supporting families for making this year so special. At this time, I would like to recognize a few people who went outside of our school system to represent us at our state level. These students have already received their medals from the Georgia Music Educators Association. So if the following students would please stand and be recognized for performance with the Georgia Music Educators District 11 Honor Band held at Baldwin County High School this past February. If you would please stand. Maddie Ray, Javier Lopez, I'm counting you, Javier, because you got accepted. Tragically, he got sick that day. So, but Javier, you still made it, buddy. Ty Bauman he's sick today. So kudos to our one trombone back there. And then Joseph Haig on trumpet. So please give these students a round of applause. So just in case you missed what we did this year, this is what your students did this year. This year started in June 1st to be exact. It was a day of percussion, 6 hours of it, 6 hours of percussion. We were blessed to have our own percussion instructor, Mr. Jeff Bear. He's back there somewhere. And also Mr. Miguel Castro, who is the Houston County Director he actually is the percussion coordinator for all of the high schools in Houston County, and a dear friend of mine and colleague, and former colleague, and he came and helped our percussion. We had 70 plus hours of percussion, auxiliary, and band camp. Whew. We had, 10 football games, 2 pep rallies, 3 hallway send-offs. If you don't know what that is, come stand in the hallway while my percussionists are going crazy on drums and my band is playing wide open and at 8 feet across, 10 feet, 12 feet across. As we sent off several of our athletic going off to the championship games. Pep band, we played at the Powder Puff game. We did 2 of our 3 parades this year. Sadly, one of our parades got rained out. We played at the Macon Mayhem. We represented us and played the America the Beautiful. We played at Georgia Music Educators Association's sanctioned marching festival. And we scored superior. We played the same day we went and we played in the competition portion of it, and we scored superiors. We performed at the Veterans Day performance at Carl Vincent, Veterans VA, yes, thank you. Then we played our Christmas concert for y'all. We went to Memphis, Tennessee. We scored 3rd in the Liberty Bowl parade competition in Memphis, Tennessee, and came home not only with 3rd place, but most outstanding percussion. So out of all the bands that played in that parade, our percussion came home with the best. We had five of our high schoolers make it into the high school honor band. We had one make it into the all-state honor band. He was number 4 in the state of Georgia. He also, and he's sick tonight. He also received his first D1 recruitment letter as a sophomore to play in the the Georgia State University Band in Atlanta. So he has already his first D1 recruitment letter. We played in the St. Patrick's Band Festival, scored superior, straight A's. I have a female student who was accepted to the Georgia Southern School of Music, McKenna Henson. Will you please stand? McKenna not only made, through audition, a rigorous audition, into the School of Music, she also was accepted onto the snare line for Southern Pride. So she'll be marching 4 snare out of 8. And our 24 alumni, Mr. Christian Urshery, where are you? I just saw you. Where's Christian? Christian, stand up. Christian also made the line. So I have 1/4, well, we have 1/4. We have 1/4 of the drum line at Georgia Southern, because there's only 8 of them. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, and keep standing, Christian and McKenna. Christian and McKenna will also represent East Lawrence as alumni, because McKenna, you will be an alumnus by the time you play in the Heat Wave. But they will also march in the Heat Wave, which is a drum corps professional marching band, and they'll march with Heat Wave, and they're out of Tampa, Florida. And that was all done through auditions. And last but not least, we have 2 students who will go this Friday and Saturday and represent us at the Sweet Onion Vidalia, at Vidalia, whoa, I can't even speak right now. The Sweet Onion Honor Band, say that 10 times. Maddie Ray and Ty Bauman will be going to represent East at the Sweet Onion Honor Band. So everybody that went to the Liberty Bowl and performed in the Liberty Bowl, they will receive a Liberty Bowl patch, which is really cool for me because I have mine from 2013 when I went with West Lawrence, and I have my Sugar Bowl one, so I'm excited to add this to my Sugar Bowl. Everybody that stood up for, did you stand up for Liberty Bowl yet? No, okay, here we go. Sorry, Jay, I'm gonna do this really fast. All right, so the students who performed at the Liberty Bowl, when I call your name, stand up. If they're not here tonight, I will make sure they get their patch. Damian Brown, Maddie Ray, Isabel Lloyd, you're on this side. Zeta Delacruz, Michael Reyes, Carmen Prickett. Hey, would you just, Carmen Prickett, Amelia Melandonado, there we go. All right, Amelia M. Olivia Cross, Allison Williams, Caroline Clemens, John Luke Brown, Jelani O'Neill, Charlie Walker, Marley Walker, or Waller. Woo, say that 10 times. This is my attendance, ready? Charlie Walker, Marley Waller, Harley Sapp. Say that 10 times. Cameron Whipple, Vanessa Corona, Joseph Haig, Oliver Sopon, Diaz, Nina, Imari Nino, Hunter Morgan, Maddie Garner, Jonathan Reyes, Stacey Ross, Brandon Carver, Chase Brooks, Chloe Filler, Lucas Owen, Jaden Hines, Rain Sparger, Isaac Timmons, Chloe Scott, O'Brien Rozier, Michael Frost, Trendon May, Carly Scott. Holy, did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. My list is right here.
If you're wondering when the best time to buy a new car is, it's right now. Hi, this is Don Carswell at Dublin Nissan in Dublin, Georgia, and the best day to buy a new car is every day. So whether you're looking at the all-new Murano, a brand new 2025 Versa, or you're looking for a great deal on a Z, we have all the choices here at Dublin Nissan every day. And now's the time to take advantage of all new discounted pricing on new Rogues and Pathfinders. We sell cars well every day at Dublin Nissan.
Hey, I'm Daniel here with Mako Bay Car Wash. We're an express car wash. You ride through, vacuum it out. We provide multi-purpose cleaner, glass cleaner, towels complimentary for your use. We have 2 locations here in Dublin. Our newest location is here on 441 across from the Pickle Barrel. Our other location is formerly known as Leprechaun on Rice Avenue. We look forward to serving the community for years to come, and thank you for letting us be a part of your community.
last award that we're going to give out for the middle school is the Player of the Year. What I told the students was the best musician is the person, if aliens came down to Earth and somebody had to sight read a piece of music, the person you'd want to sight read that piece of music for you. So that's where those awards came from. When I talked to them about Player of the Year, I said, all right, aliens are going to destroy humankind. There's only one person in our group that could save us. Pick that person. And so they did. Got one for each grade. So the Player of the Year for 6th grade is Mr. Leo Vasquez Aquino. For the 7th grade, and this was super close. The 7th grade Player of the Year is Miss Emily Segundo Lopez. And last, the 8th grade Player of the Year. When I started counting votes, there were a couple of people that got some votes for this, but I think this person got twice the number of votes as the next person. So 8th grade Player of the Year is Miss Caroline Clemens. Look, we done did this already. All right, let's take one song and I'm gonna...
You got another song?
Yeah, I told you.
What song? You already played that one. You played that one too.
We got Castle Gate.
Can I do this one and you play Castle? Okay. All right, so one of the awards tonight that I'm going to give out, there's 3 senior awards that I'm giving out tonight. The first senior award that I would like to give out recognized as the Director's Award. The Director's Award this year goes to Chloe Scott. Where's Miss Scott? Look at Miss Scott. The next award I'm going to give out, I think, did you ever give out a Patrick Gilmore? Okay, so this will be the first Patrick Gilmore Award given. So the Patrick Gilmore Band Award is for outstanding contribution to the band. Is presented, oh, by the way, this is like the runner-up to the John Philip Sousa Award, but this person is still, it's still a very prestigious award. But anyways, the Patrick Gilmore goes to my clarinet section leader and my drum major for 2 years, Allison Williams.
I'm Heath Richter, and we just want to invite everybody to come on down to the Houston Clinic and check us out at our new facility. We've been in Dublin for a while now, obviously, but have a new office here, and we'd just like you to come down and see some of the new stuff we're offering. And if you need to get checked out, we'd be glad to do that for you. We've got able to do some ultrasound guided injections now, and physical therapy, and just a little bit better space. So hopefully we can get you in and out of here a little bit quicker.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin.
Hi, we're Dion and Gary Lanton. We're the new owners of Blue Ann's Biscuits and Burgers. We want to invite you guys to come out to our newly renovated dining room. We're open 5:15 a.m. through 10:45 a.m. Monday through Saturday for breakfast. We now offer delivery and pickup online at our website, luannbiscuits.com. You can go through our menu, order anything that we have on the menu right there, have it delivered to you where you are. We're at 1010 Telfair Street, so come on out. The coffee is hot, best in Lawrence County. The biscuits are fresh. The doors are open. We invite you to come back to Luann's.
In recognition of outstanding achievement in the interest of instrumental music for singular merit and loyalty and cooperation, and for displaying those high qualities of conduct that school instrumental music requires. The John Philip Sousa Band Award is hereby presented to let's see, who is it? The drum captain, McKenna Henson. Oops, I will not fall. If Chloe Scott, McKenna Henson, and Allison Williams, if you would come forward, please. Where are you guys? If you'll stand right there for me. Here, Allison. Allison. Here, let me read yours. This certificate celebrates your exceptional talent and dedication to the world of music. Keep playing, keep creating, sharing your beautiful melodies. Well done, seniors. We're so proud of you. I could not have done it this year without you guys and your leadership. So I just want to thank you again, and best wishes as you go on to college. Before I forget, we're going to play a couple more songs, and it's not long, I promise you. Everything that's on this table has been done in the last 4 years. So this is my 4th year. So I'm really thankful to have been able to work and alongside of and with, and when I sat in the Kroger parking lot and I called Jonathan Sin and said, I need a middle school band director, he thought I was kidding, and Miss Maria said, that's funny, and I said, no, I'm not kidding. So thank you for coming out of retirement like within a month and keeping our program going and continuing the vision. I really appreciate you, so thank you. All right. So we're gonna play Chattanooga Choo Choo, and I just love this piece. Please say a prayer for my poor trombone player back there. It really is when your trombone partner is absent, and y'all, nobody can play in your kid's spot is what I'm trying to tell you. And sickness happens and all those things happen, but it puts pressure on the rest of the group, and you just can't make up for your spot. But anyways, if you graduated from East Lawrence High School, can you stand, please? If you graduated from East Lawrence High School. Sweet, cool. So you know the words to your alma mater, right? Okay, good. You can sit. We're going to play that in a minute. So I just want to make sure there was enough of you in the house to sing it, okay? Just making sure. All right, check. Is there any class, let's see, what class is it? Class of 84? Is it 84 that just celebrated 40 years? Where's 84? Wait, come on. JL, is your grandparents here? Where are they? Hi, that's the class. Yes, they celebrated their 40th this year, so yay. Okay, here we go.